there was an idea called Deck 7. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people to see if they could become something more. To see if they could work together when we needed them to make the props we never could. Okay, that's paraphrased, you know where that's from. But you get the idea. Well, one day, out of the blue, the founder decided to take his ball and go home. He kicked the rest of us out. Well, as we had a great group of skilled makers, we decided to make our own group. So I'd like to present Delta Vega Props. Greetings, Dave here, TCPFX. As I said earlier in another video, Delta Vega harkens back to the second pilot, where no man's gone before, the planet they ended up on. As a group, we liked that link to early Trek, so that became the new group name. We have a pretty diverse group of makers in the group. We've got 3D printers, we've got assemblers, electronic designers, but as you really have no idea who they are, I'd like to take a little bit of time to introduce some of the members of the team to you. I don't have all the bios in yet. First, Dino Ignacio. Dino has over 25 years of experience working in design and game development. He was the UI director at EA Visceral Games, where he worked on Dead Space, Dante's Inferno, Battlefield, and Star Wars. He was a product design lead and manager at Facebook Reality Labs, where he worked on VR experiences for the last 6 years. And he's currently managing the avatar design team at Roblox. Dino's always been a big fan of Star Trek. He loves designing and building props and artifacts from the future. If you ask me, Dino is just an amazing designer. And he's made some fantastic 3D models that I've printed, and also that we're working on, and done some amazing work on our new website. Check it out if you have a second. And now, Jerry Mross. Now, Gerhard, or Jerry Mross, has been designing and building electronic circuits for the last 50 years. His love for technology led to a career in IT, as an IT technologist in computer networking. He continued to dabble in electronic design and became interested in creating working circuits for props after going to a Star Trek convention in the late 1980s. Jerry's first build was a TNG tricorder made from wood, which incorporated hardwired electronics, which simulated the screen-used prop. He displayed this prop at the next Trek convention, and it was received very well, even landing a spot on the local news. He's since designed and assembled electronics for over 25 sci-fi props. For several years, he supplied all of the electronics for the prop kits offered by Roddenberry.com, formerly known as Lincoln Enterprises, owned by Majel Barrett Roddenberry. Jerry continues to design new electronics and is eager to make props even more realistic than ever. And now to myself, David Porter. As a maker, and I'm so happy there's a word for it now. For a long time it just was nerd. But as a maker, I've been making little props for years. I remember 1980, I made an Omni from Voyagers, if you remember the show, of an old compass. I made 1,000 different creations, from Lego. But it wasn't until around the mid-2000s that I really got into making movie and TV props. In 2005, I joined Ranger Board, and I was known as Argus. I've talked about that before. I made a lot of different Power Ranger props, and Ranger Board has a way of using our prop makers, so I left many years ago. So then, as a new member of the RPF, I ended up at a prop party in Toronto, and I met Jerry, and bought some of his electronic kits, and the rest is history. As for Star Trek, it's always been a go-to for me. I'm watching it reruns in the 70s. I was born in '67, so I was an infant by the time it was canceled, so really couldn't see it when it was live. And I still love watching to this day. My wife would come down and go, "Again? Really?" Yeah. So far, I've made a tricorder from a Playmates kit using Jerry's boards, a hypo, a pad, a science tricorder, and various comm badges. I've even made some new Picard ones to go with my Picard shirts. Now, In this new team, I'm more the jack of all trades. Like I 3D print, I finish props, I do websites, I program Arduinos. But you know, as I'm the one in the group who has a YouTube channel, there's really no need me going into that because, well, you can look me up. Just look up DCPFX. This channel you're in right now. So that's the first set of intros on the team here in Delta Vega Props. I hope to have more info on the team as they provide it. So that's a good start of who we are and what we're going to make. There'll be more stuff coming down the pipe of what we're going to provide, well, what kits we're going to provide, but that'll be coming down soon. I want to get some more intros out as we're working on getting everything ironed out. So that's what I wanted to pass on to you today. Hopefully that gives you a little more information on who we are and what we're going to be doing. And stay tuned and check back later. So that's all for today. Hope you're having a great day. We'll talk to you all later.